Hey watch lovers, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers. And today I have for us the new Breitling Classic AVI 42 millimeter chronograph. This is the Mosquito version. Kind of a not loudly announced new release from Breitling. I saw a couple Instagram posts on it, but this is the AVI collection now in 42 millimeters. So if you're familiar with that collection, they were 46 millimeters when they were launched, and now we're getting them in 42 millimeters and probably more wearable for most wrists. So this is the first one we got in stock. This again is the Mosquito version on the stainless steel bracelet. Case dimensions on this. Let's get it out of the way right off the bat. 41.8 is what I measured above the crown, diagonally across. So a little above the 3 to a little below the 9, diagonally across that case, 41.8 millimeters. I measured 41.5, 3 to the 9 on this bezel, and then 34.3 on this really nice kind of domed, more vintage looking crystal here. So the crystal itself, 34.3 millimeters. I measured it at 15 millimeters thick. We'll touch base on that again when I get it on wrist, but I'll tell you now, it does not feel 15 millimeters thick to me. So some of that is obviously coming from that crystal, but I really feel like it wears more like 13 and a half or 14. It does not feel as thick on wrist. 47.5 from lug tip to lug tip. That's a pretty true, actually very true here. Just the length there stick out. So I did not measure that. So 47.5 lug to lug. We have a 22 millimeter lug width. You can see here we have a two-tone, I say two-tone, but we have a brushed and polished finish on the bracelet. And that tapers down to 18 at the deploying style clasps. So 22 at the lugs, but a nice 18 compact here at the clasp. Again, butterfly style clasp, dual push button deployant. We have a solid stainless steel case back. And underneath there is housing the Breitling Caliber 23, which is going to be based on a Valjoux 7750 movement. I think it may be the 7753 to be specific. With that movement, Breitling is saying approximately 48 hours of power reserve on this watch. We do have a signed screw-down crown, 100 meters of water resistance, and on the full bracelet, no links removed, and the tape here that's still on this that I did not remove, 166.1 grams. This watch retails at $5,900, and I have to say, I love the red hands on this model. I think it looks great. The triangle here to 12. So sub-dials here, we have a constantly running second hand at the 9 o'clock position. We have a 30-minute counter over here at 3, and our 12-hour counter at 6 o'clock. Sorry, I'm looking there. It looks like there's something actually on the dial itself, and it looks like to be coordinates. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm not sure. I'm actually just seeing that now. I did not see that earlier. It looks like it's 470455 north and 548.14.5 east. So I'm gonna have to look that up and see exactly what that is. I'm not familiar with that, so I will certainly try to leave a comment in the comment section when I figure that out. The sub dials I think are great. They obviously have a nice circular pattern in them and stick out from the dial itself. So the Arabics, I don't know. This is legible. I think it's clean. It looks great. I'll stop rambling on here. I'll get this on wrist. But overall, I guess before I do that, we have a bidirectional rotating bezel. Take a look at the chrono. Breitling knows how to do AR well. Barely looks like there's a crystal on this. Again, I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist, and I'll admit, when I first heard these were coming out in 42, I thought they'd be too large. But with the 47.5 lug to lug, it actually wears quite well. And again, I don't think it wears 15 millimeters thick either. So I'm pleasantly surprised. This seems to be in line with more of Breitling's most recent releases. The Navitimer is a little bit compactor, lug to lug. The Super Ocean was the same way, lug to lug. The 42s fit and wear well. So again, 42 millimeters. Not overly large, what I would usually consider for that size watch on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. So If you like the design, you like the look, you want to get into a Breitling chronograph, you know, not at the B01, closer to 10 on a lot of models, at $10,000 on a lot of their models now. This one at $6,200 retail, maybe an option, and again, I think looks quite well. So let me hit the lights quick, see what the lume looks like. Again, I did not charge this other than the ring light that was on here while filming, so you can see the Arabics and the hands. We got some lume, which looks pretty good. So, as always, thanks for viewing. If there's anything I can do for you, shoot me an email, brad@brentlmiller.com, and we'll see you in the next video.